What's up, internet fam? So it's time for another Deadbeat Dad vlog. I just got to talk to the kids. I got to talk to both of them, and I got to talk to both of them for almost 15 minutes. So for the first time in like, oh, I don't know, 2 months, no complaint on the time limit of getting to talk to my own kids via video chat. Still haven't got to see them in over 130 days now. Working on 4 months now of not getting to see my kids at all. And of course, they had like the worst white trash country music playing like full blast in the background. Like I couldn't actually hear the kids very well because there was some kind of just awful, like that really, really bad modern country going on. Ugh, it was like painful to listen to, and just to know that my kids are in that environment, you know, and of course they're both sick. They're both totally sick. They're coughing and wheezing. They were sick last time I talked to them on Wednesday, and now it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. So full 72 hours later or something, and they're still sick. So, which, you know, and they used to never get sick, ever. I mean, and I know people say, oh yeah, sure, they never got sick, but I mean, really, they never did. We ate so many fruits and vegetables all day, every day. That was my primary focus when I was the caregiver. It was just as many organic fruits and vegetables as we could get in every single day, and they were like never sick, almost never. And you know, and if they were sick, I mean, it would be over like, you know, in 24 hours or less. You know, other than like an incidence of food poisoning or something. One time we went out to Mexican food, and Grace got food poisoning, and Everett has a shellfish allergy, so he got sick a couple of times that way too. We had some kind of seafood bisque that we didn't know had shellfish in it. Should have figured though, right? Seafood bisque. Stupid, but yeah, so they've been sick now for 4 days, and of course, rather than feeding them fruits and vegetables and, you know, things to actually promote long-term sustainable health, they're feeding them junk food, going to Starbucks, going to all these other fast food garbage places, and then feeding them some kind of toxic corporate medicine after the fact. Of course, because when you're already sick and when your body's immune system is worn down, that's the time to come in and give a child, you know, who weighs 50 pounds, a bunch of corporate pharmaceutical medicine. So, yeah, so they're listening to modern country, eating junk food, and they're sick all the time. As opposed to living in the country on their own farm that they owned, eating fresh fruits and vegetables every day, listening to classical music. So yeah, and there's not a damn thing I can do about it. I went to the courthouse, I filled out the paperwork. It's going to take months before I even get to see them. And who knows if I'm ever going to get, you know, any kind of meaningful custody. I mean, that's obviously what I'm fighting for, but, you know, I don't want to get my hopes up, you know. The last time the judge just gave her everything, you know. We get an older male judge again, she starts batting her eyelashes at him again, you know, it's going to go the same way again. You know, she presents herself, I mean, she looks like, almost like a Sunday school teacher. Like, she looks very, like, innocent, very, she has an image that's very wholesome, which is one of the things that attracted me to her. But the fact that it's just her image and it's not at all real, that she's actually a raving alcoholic that's gone from Navy guy to Navy guy in front of my kids, you know, and honestly, like, you know, if she wants to do what she wants to do, that's fine. But the fact that she's doing that in front of my kids, being that kind of bad example for my kids, is just like, it's just so horrible. It's like, you know, they're learning that it's okay to just, you know, be trashy like that, and to eat fast food and corporate garbage all day and watch television all day. They were going on and on about all the TV they'd watched. So many different television shows they mentioned. Power Rangers, Tumble Leaf, like all these TV shows, a whole list of it. And, you know, they did finally hurry me off the phone because it's movie night, right? Because after a whole day of watching television and eating corporate garbage, you know, gotta have movie night at the end, because that's gonna be a healthy family activity. Listening to like modern country full blast, But hey, at least I got to talk to him. That's something. Usually I don't get to talk to him for more than 5 minutes. I wonder if my vlog is having some kind of effect. Like now that I'm vlogging about having my phone calls cut off, you know, now she's expanding them so that I won't have that evidence to present in court. She's smart and conniving that way, so I wouldn't be surprised. But, you know, she's still feeding him garbage. She's still banging random Navy guys. She's still listening to Modern Country at top volume during my video chat. And, of course, you know, they've been sick for 4 full days now. Everett was still coughing and wheezing in the background, like I could hear him. And he was still rude with me, too, like, didn't want to talk to me. And then Grace was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, that's a cute shirt. Where'd you get that? And she goes, oh, my stepdad brought it for me. Keep in mind that her stepdad has only been around for like 5 months. So, you know, I'm sure this is a very, you know, committed, long-term, serious relationship after 5 months. Mr. Number 3 Navy guy that she's gone out with. That I know of. Keep in mind, that's just what I know of. And keep in mind, too, that she was taking the kids with her on these dates with all these other Navy guys. They told me. So, yeah. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas on like what I can do about any of this, how I can get my kids some fresh fruit and vegetables when I don't even know where they're living, which is totally illegal, by the way. They've been there more than 10 days and she hasn't given me the new address, so she is in violation of the law right now. And I mean, you know, I sent Grace a coloring book and drawing pads and organic beeswax crayons, and I had to send them to her grand's house because I don't have their new address, and I'm sure that relationship is strained, so of course they didn't go to grand's house and pick them up. Just garbage. That whole family, they're just garbage. I just miss my kids. I wish I could see them, but they're not gonna let me until December 26th at 1 p.m. if they follow that law. I mean, she's in violation of the law now, not telling me the new address. So I mean, will she figure out some way to continue to violate the law in order to be able to keep me from seeing them on December 26th and taking them on a 1-week vacation somewhere? It's very likely, even though according to the court documents, that is what I'm currently, that is currently my rights. My rights as a father to get to watch them getting bounced around in this ghetto apartment by random Navy guy after random Navy guy, eating junk food, watching television 24/7, getting dropped off at the YMCA and other forms of daycare because they don't have anybody to watch them because I'm not allowed to watch them. Even though I'm in San Diego, I'm right down the street. And I'm like, please let me see my kids every single day. Every single day I text or email, every single day. And I'm sure she's going to use that as grounds for like getting a restraining order, because I'm like, let me see my kids. 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 Every day I text or email at least once. Let me see my kids. I want to take them to the beach. I want to take them to Legoland. I want to take them to SeaWorld. I want to take them to the San Diego Wild Animal Park. I want to take them to the desert. I want to take them to Julian, get apple pies, just whatever, you know. But no, they got to go to the YMCA, they got to go to this daycare, they got to go to that daycare, they got to go stay with her alcoholic grandma, they got to get plugged in front of Netflix all day, every day, because Lord knows, Dad can't take them for any kind of educational activity, can't go buy them an organic smoothie, can't take them on some kind of like physical adventure where they're like, you know, getting some cardio. No, we got to keep them indoors, eating corporate food, watching corporate television, listening to corporate country music. Just garbage, just garbage. Their mother is just corporate garbage. That's what she is.